right, Mr. SimpleBiz guy, let's start the show.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning into SimpleBiz360 podcast. My name is Jeff Mason. I'm your host for this 3 Business Tips in 5 Minutes episode. This is about our 70th or 80th episode of the 3 Biz Tips in 5 Minutes. We just try to put a lot of things to think about, some ideas, some answers, but a lot of questions in 5 minutes. Just make it flow fast. You're getting ready for work. You're in the car. You haven't even finished your cup of coffee, and this podcast is done, and you're on to the next one. So today we're going to be talking about a phrase that I've heard all too often in business, and it's, yeah, but Jeff, we're not hearing any complaints from the customers. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, exactly. That's exactly why we've put this podcast on 28 audio platforms and YouTube and Rumble TV. And that's why I pay good money to come to Half Coast Studios every week and get great production, film production on this. That's what I address each and every week. We read a TARP study in the mid-'80s that came out in the mid-'80s, and it said 26 out of 27 people who have a bad experience with the company are not going to tell you about it. They're not going to tell the company about it. Why? Because they don't expect anything to happen. That's the ding, 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 ding moment. That's the crux of this podcast. The customers aren't telling us. They don't want to. Yet I hear that phrase constantly. Yeah, but hey, why don't we do this and do that, and then the customers will feel this way. Jeff, we're not going to do that because we never hear any complaints from the customers. I know, because they are not going to tell us. Right? They're not going to tell us that they're upset that they print out your price sheet on Excel and it prints out 77 pages when it's only 7 pages. They're not going to pick up the phone and tell you that they just wasted 70 pages of paper in their office. But they're pissed. They don't like it. It's stuff like this, guys. We need to think ahead, right? So, if I had a dime for every time I heard that saying, man, I'd have a nice weekend getaway in Florida at a condo. So what can we do? 3 easy things. Search internally and externally for clues on what you're doing wrong, what you could do different, what you could enhance, what customers are really, not happy with that they're just not telling you about. There's scores of them out there for each of our companies. You just, look for clues. Listen. Go back in old emails. Look at old emails. Go to the lake and think in a chair, an Adirondack chair for 4 hours about it. We've said that over and over and over and over again in this podcast. Or if you don't like that and that's too much work, just go to the customers directly. Get up, get out, see the customer and just say, look, I just want to sit down with you for a half hour. I need to know what we're doing right. I need to know what we're doing wrong. I need to know what we should be doing differently. If you had a magic wand and could wave it, what would you have us do differently? I just need your input, Mr. Customer. You're a valued, asset to us, and I don't want to lose you, but I want to do the right thing for you. And I'm afraid you're probably not telling us because the TARP study tells us 26 out of 27 people just zip them out. They don't say anything, right? So right? So let's go out and directly ask the customers. Become your customer. Put you and your team, put you and your management team, executive team, supervisory team in a position where they become the customer, and then experience what you're doing to your own customers. See for yourself how it feels, looks, the rhythm of it, the timing of it, all the different wording you use, the different communication apparatuses you use, the different mechanisms you use to communicate with your customer through the transaction process. Just become one of them. So just listen, it can be a lot of fun when you do it. You can make a great team exercise out of this. So we just invite you to try, those 3 things. And we're going to dip back today. Man, I'm in this kind of Americana mood. And I love this band out of Michigan, Grand Funk Railroad. Walk Like a Man, mid-70s. Oh, man, so good. We will see you in 168 out.